When assembling electronic circuit boards, you insert the components into the board, you solder them in place, and then you want to cut off the excess component leads. And you want to cut them in such a way that they are cut flush with the top of the solder joint. That's what I have done on this board, and as you can see, if I go over here with my finger, I can just do that. I don't get caught on anything. So that's how it should be. Now, in order to cut component wires, yes, you could use one of these. This is just a very standard sort of side cutter, miniature side cutter. You can get these in tool sets. They're cheap. But you can see the blade has sort of a taper right there. So no matter what you do, it's never going to cut entirely flush. So much better than one of these is one of these. These are some proper electronics side cutters, and you can see they are shaped in such a way that they can cut absolutely flush with the board or the sort of top of the solder joint. So these I have had for a couple of years. These are made by a company called Knipex. These are proper brand name products made in Germany, and you do pay dearly for that. These little side cutters, I paid over 20 euro. I think it was like 23 euro for these, which is a lot. And the high price does not mean that these are very solid. See, right here it says maximum copper wire diameter is 1.6 millimeters, and for iron wire, maximum diameter is 1 millimeter. And they mean it. Now, I am guilty of having cut all kinds of things with these over the years, so as you can see, the blades are in pretty terrible shape at this point. They just don't cut very well anymore. In fact, at this point, it's not so much cutting a wire, it's more like ripping the wire off. So I was starting to get ready to spend another 23 euro on replacing these. But then I had an idea, and I went on eBay, and now the search term for these on eBay, well, there is a lot of possibilities. The sellers will just put in all sorts of search terms into the article name. I actually bought what was advertised as electrical wire cable cutter cutting plier side snips flush pliers. Now I just searched for snips, and this is what came up. These are, well, pretty much the same idea as these. They work the same, as you can see. But the price difference is quite astonishing. I bought not one, but two of these, and I paid a total of €3.88. Free shipping from Shenzhen in China. And, well, of course, you get what you pay for. It says right here, Plato Model 170. That is, of course, a lie. This is a counterfeit product. It's not real. It's, just a random Chinese thing that they make. And you can tell because in a lot of the offers on eBay, they have this name blurred out, probably because they are now quite frequently getting in trouble for using brand names illegally. But these work. These work quite well. They do what they are supposed to do. In fact, this board that I showed earlier, nice flat cuts. I cut all of these with this one. So it does what it's supposed to do. Now, as I said, you get what you pay for. These, as they arrived, they were extremely greasy. They basically, in the factory where they stamped the metal and did whatever they do, well, they just took them out of the machines and that was it. So I had to spray these with a degreaser to clean them up. The second complaint is the grips are made out of a plastic that it's nasty. It really stinks. It really stinks. But well, €3.88, not for one, but for two of these. I think that's pretty good. Now, of course, things like this are used by the Chinese industry, electronics industry themselves. So these have to be at least half decent because, well, in the end, it's a simple calculation. It's better to spend a little more money on proper tools rather than having extremely cheap tools and then having your workers take forever just to cut off a wire because these don't cut properly or whatever. So yeah, if the Chinese need it themselves, they'll make it so that it's pretty good and at a price that is much, much cheaper than one of these. Thank you for watching.